I often, about wholeness work, I say what we're doing is we're finding the deep structures of the unconscious that hold our limitations and stress in place. And so when we find, the eyes are the first example of an unconscious structure that holds stress and suffering in place. What is this all about? Why are we finding the eyes and inviting them to dissolve and melt? And what difference does that make? You know, how is this going to help me? We have formed, the way we form these unconsciously, they generally, our eyes have been formed in moments of stress. So, and they are literally a contraction of consciousness. They are like, in the same way that a hand contracting is a physical body contraction, these eyes that we have are a contraction of our consciousness, which as babies, it starts off as this is wide open field. But then we form unconsciously, we don't know we're doing it, we're just a little kid trying to get by, right? But unconsciously these eyes form, and they are a contraction of consciousness that takes effort to maintain, just like keeping my fist formed like this takes effort to maintain itself, right? And that's why when you released the eyes, it felt relaxing. Because it was relaxing at this level deeper than muscle relaxation. It's the relaxation of thought, of something deeper than what we usually call thought, that we're inviting. Now, so if you think about it, each of us, now as it turns, we'll discover this afternoon, each of us, or later this morning, each of us has more than one eye too. It's not just one, we have multiple eyes. And if each eye is kind of like a contraction like this, like a hand like this, it's like, what happens if you put your hand in a fist like this and you leave it this way for a while? Try it out, just to get the feeling of it. Now imagine what it'd be like if it's like this for a few days, or a few weeks, or a few months, or a few years. It's stressful, right? That would be stressful. The eyes that we have formed inside, they are stressful. They create stress in our system, very literally. And so now notice what happens now. If you imagine your hand has been in a fist like this for a long, long time, but you didn't realize it was. So it's just kind of like tense without knowing it. And then, like, imagine awareness comes back in through the arm, through the hand. What happens if you have this hand in a fist and then you imagine awareness coming back in? What happens naturally for you? Yeah, some of you are demonstrating it. If the hand has been tense, when awareness comes back in, the hand generally just starts releasing itself on its own. That is a really, really important thing to register, because it's awareness coming in, awareness meeting the sensation of this tense muscles that allows it to discover, hey, I think I'd like to just kind of open and relax, you know. And that's what happens inside with the eyes. It's not that we have to go in and we have to grab the hand has been like this, I must get it to relax. You know, if I try to make it relax, this creates more force and more effort, right? More tension. So it's counterproductive. So with wholeness work, it's always counterproductive to try to make anything happen. So when awareness meets sensation, the invitation is right there, and it begins dissolving and melting on its own. Okay? Yeah. Okay. And we'll be relearning that in many, many, many forms. Okay.
I've been holding on, trying to find the place where I can truly unwind. But now I see it's all inside me. I dissolve in awareness I reside. Let it melt, let it flow.